Hey everyone, I have a couple videos to make up for lost time, but I thought it unfitting to not serve, but to upload a video on Monday, and I thought Sunday was also going to be a pretty special thing, and I just thought those few days it would not be a very good idea, because as we all know, in America, we have Memorial Day for the loss of our dearly beloved troops and soldiers that put their lives on the line to protect us. And each day I think about that, and I think that Memorial Day should not be a day where you go out and you cook and you eat and you have a good time and you laugh, but at the same time I think that that's kind of showing what the soldiers that died want. I don't want everybody mourning just to say, if you're a follower of Christ, Christ said that being with Him and following His Word, following the Gospel is not supposed to be like a funeral. It's supposed to be like you're going to a party, not like you're at a funeral. And those words mean that for many followers of Christ, they act as if they're completely serious and everything. Well, that's not how their God wanted them to behave. They want them to behave like they're at a party. It wants to be light. It wants to be uplifting. It wants to be happy. You don't want to go to church and cry, I'm going to rephrase that. You don't want to go to church and be serious and solemn as if somebody just died and you're trying to hold back the tears. It's supposed to be happy and fun and uplifting and enjoyable. That's what it's supposed to be like. So in a sense, that's what soldiers want life here to be like. Now, I can't speak for every single one, but that's what I believe, is that they think that they're defending a country so that people can go on to live better lives and make their country the greatest #1 country in the world. And America, it's fallen from its grace, just as Russia did, but it's not as bad as Russia, and America continues to be the #1 country in the world. Now, military power, I don't know, because we spend more money on... America spends more money on defense. America alone spends I think it's a lot of money. I don't know how much it is. It is about... That's right. Okay. All right. So I was right. It is anywhere between 960 billion US dollars each year. It's anywhere from there all the way to 1.8 trillion dollars each year on defense funds. So, and they spend that much, and in comparison to about 12 countries or so, they spend more with all those countries combined. Those countries include China, Italy, and Russia. Now, I wanted to include China and Russia in that because both those countries are huge. Like, Russia is in Eurasia. Yeah, I get it, because they're both in Europe and Asia. So, yeah. The country's huge. So is China. Both of those countries are huge. And they make up a large part of the world itself, of the globe and everything. Obviously not all. Russia is basically its own continent. And in the great words of Sarah Palin, who will never become president of the United States, I can see Russia from my house. And obviously she's from Alaska. And Russia and Alaska are quite close. We already know how Russia gave away Alaska and then gave Alaska away to America for a price, and then America got that money back and maybe even tripled or doubled it. I don't know, maybe even quadrupled the amount they spent because they discovered huge amounts of gold deposits. So, I will not be around on Thursday, but that's not the point. I wanted to make this video for one meaning and one meaning only, is that Monday was Memorial Day, and I wanted everybody to enjoy Memorial Day, but remember that the soldiers died and fought for us. And you may ask what I did for Memorial Day. I didn't go out to a service. I didn't go out to a cemetery, and I didn't try and find the graves of brave men and women that died and put their lives on the line for our country. I didn't do that. I didn't put roses. I didn't put American flags anywhere because I don't have the ability to do that. So yes. But now I'm gonna say this, is that you all, not all of you, some of you worship idols such as King Romulus, and yeah, I understand in the comment section, UFG We Hardly Knew Ye, that video which has gotten about 400 or 500 views now, which is astonishing, but that video, and everybody was like, oh, hail King Romulus, and making jokes about how I said it seems like you worship him. Well, keep doing that, because it's funny. Which nobody's really doing anymore, but it was funny. I got a couple laughs out of it, I mean, yeah. But UFG is sometimes cool, and UFG can sometimes be dickheads that think a bit too much of themselves, but oh well, oh well. I've never really had a intimate conversation, I think I just admitted that I was gay with Romulus. Well, Romulus, the cat is out of the bag now. We better get in our salmon-colored car and ride away together. Okay. Anyways, so, I'm sorry, but I wanted to bring a bit of humor into that, but really, the point of this is just to educate everybody a bit on the day known as Memorial Day, and the country known as America, and our soldiers. Let me start with James Taylor. I remember when I used to focus all my videos on him and just kept ranting and typing away. But I want to go back and just say that it is very, very, it is wrong to do that. It is very, very wrong to impersonate military personnel and to act like you're some kind of hero when you're not. This guy said that he lost both his legs. Like, that in service. When you're in service, people, the military does not need someone like James Taylor. James Taylor wanted to sound cool and wanted to be a hero over Xbox when he does have his legs, in all honesty, and he is not a hero of any sorts. He is a monster. And I'm called the real psycho, and I have pictures of Ted Bundy and of Charles Manson and of all that. But those people, they didn't lie, at least. I mean, they moitered. I'm sorry, my accent there. They murdered. Not moitered. I'm sorry. I can't help that. My speech, but so. But they murdered, and that's a serious offense, obviously. They took the lives of human beings for their own purposes. And either way, though, they didn't claim to be a hero because of it. This guy said that he killed people, and then he's like, oh yeah, I'm a hero, I lost my legs. You should praise me like I'm a god, like I'm Romulus. Well, yeah. And as you can see, nobody does that. And I don't know where he is now, if he's still in RSS or if he's gone somewhere else to be a faggot. I don't know. Faggot. Fugit. Nuket. But, so, impersonating military personnel is obviously a serious offense, and just as impersonating an officer or someone that gets paid through taxes, such as firemen, police officers, or medical personnel, or military personnel. So, serious offense, and you can get in jail for a pretty long time for it, and a pretty heavy fine. Okay, so, we are now officially about around 9 minutes in, soon to be 10. I don't have all the time in the world to talk about this, and there's going to be a second part to this where I talk a bit more about America, but this is my basically Memorial Day video. And I think that America has fallen and has gone through tough times, but in the end, I feel that America is still one of the greatest countries, if not the greatest country, that this world has ever seen, and will continue to do so until we are destroyed by our enemies. But I just wanted to say, I don't know if any of my viewers have family members or have them themselves been in the military, but I had a cousin that was in the military, and he survived, thankfully. He had a few injuries, but overall I have not lost anyone in war that I know of, but it is a good possibility because there are many family members that I've never met, and there are many family members that have, I know, gone to war. I know that much. So, I just wanted to take the time now out of this video before I go to say that America is one of the greatest nations and will continue to do so until we're defeated, but we have many allies, and I still see that they could turn on us for whatever reason because America is not as great as some people make it out to be. But in the end, America is a melting pot, and diversity has won, and now a black man can serve along with an Asian man with a white man in the military, and that is beautiful, the fact that we have such diversity in our country. That you can do that, and that you can actually have more than 2 children and not have to kill the third one, or not have to kill your daughter. Yeah, that was an Asian reference. Yeah, look it up. Anyways, I am X the Real Psycho X, and God bless our troops. God bless them wherever they be. I realize they're still in South Korea, and I also realize that there are many men and women in Iraq, fight in Iraq and Afghanistan and Iran, making sure that the war on terror is a victory for those that want peace and want prosperity in the world. So, I say, God bless our troops, and God save America, for our soldiers deserve that blessing from the Almighty Creator, as well as America needs to be saved by the Almighty Creator. Amen, and goodbye.